What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Warren, Deshaun, Corbin, Cam Riddle, Zaboa Wesley, The Ninja. What's up with you, KG, Tim Warner, Matthew, Magic, everybody, Marvin Hargrove, my dog Tim Warner, T Smooth TV, Michael Evans. Here we are. I don't even know what to say right now. Keep it real. What's up, Sugar Daddy? That's how I feel right now. It's not hurting. It's just frustration, man. Just frustration. I think is the that's the only thing that's coming from my heart right now is frustration because I really felt like you had the team to be able to um, go for it all. This is the one opportune time you had for you to really go for it all. You had offense, you had a defense. Everybody was healthy, pretty much. All of a sudden, we heard about Ezekiel Elliott coming out with a torn PCL. That kind of stuff kind of makes me mad because um, it's kind of like you giving Ezekiel Elliott an excuse, in my opinion. We're going to talk about a lot right quick, but that right there, I'm just going to tell you things that just bump in my head right now. That thing when they came, it's like they came right after the game, out after the game and said, "Oh, guess what? Ezekiel Elliott he been playing with a torn PCL," to kind of make it look like, "Oh, he's such a warrior. Look what he did for the team. He was fighting through everything." I don't, bro. That hurt the team. That hurt the team. You should have been sitting down and resting that or figuring something out. And then when Tony Pollard was healthy, y'all said Tony Pollard was healthy in that Arizona game. Healthy enough to play. What's up, Chris Davis? How's everybody doing? You said Tony Pollard was healthy, and it was y'all's mistake that y'all didn't give him the ball. We saw Dak Prescott was the leading rusher. Hey ho, my dog with the $20 holla. Let me get that up there. Appreciate you, Marvin Hargrove, with the $20 holla. Let's get that up there. Appreciate you, big dog. Donation, donation, donation. We really appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Dwight D? But I just feel like, you know, why didn't you use Tony Pollard in that Arizona game? And then y'all said y'all rested him up for the Philly game, right? Y'all rested him up for the Philly game so you could really use him. And I was saying this, I'm probably gonna jump everywhere, folks. So please apologize. I'm just going off the top of my dome and just what I'm feeling. Um, you said you rested Tony Pollard for this game in Philly. Then you come in this game against the 49ers where you know you need to run the ball a little bit. You know you need to establish the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? 4 carries? 4 carries, dog. Bear 24 was good. 4 carries? That's unacceptable. And I know heard people saying, oh, I said the magic number was 20. Oh, but it don't matter. It do matter because when you're getting at least 20 to 25 carries, um, it's saying you're committing and you're still playing some kind of smash mouth football. You feel me? And there's a few things that me and George Teague, I keep talking about that daggone interview with me and George Teague had because it was so on point what we were talking about. We pointed out all these things before this playoff game. We pointed out how Mike McCarthy, we first talked about, I pointed out all three things on all these things on the bulletin points. One was the Amari Cooper thing. You know what I'm saying? You already hear it right now. Amari Cooper are going back and forth saying, yo, he'd love to be here. But you already heard about them saying that Amari Cooper, it was the third leading receiver. They might try to lowball you. He jump out there. The agent tells him, talking to T, jump out there and tell him, no, I ain't fell off because y'all going to try to tell me to restructure the contract. And now they're already talking about this stuff. And then when you watched Amari, how he was real kind of I'm not wearing my mask. He got fined $14K. I'm not wearing my mask at the Mavericks game. I'm not wearing my mask at the Bama game. There was that friction. We had talked about it with George Teague, how that stuff was going to pop up, and it's already doing, and we're going to see how it was. You know what I mean? Then we talked about another bulletin point, board point when we were talking about. Oh no, we ain't. I ain't saying Cooper's the problem. I said he is. I want Cooper to stay. I'm saying what the organization is going to try to do to Coop now because he was the third leading targeted receiver. He was the third leading receiver on the team behind Dalton Schultz and CeeDee Lamb, and they're going to try to come at him like, well, you didn't really have the numbers you had last year, and you had the top quarterback and these other guys, so maybe need to restructure. That's what I'm talking about with the money. I'm not blaming Cooper on nothing. So this ain't me saying nothing about Amari Cooper. You feel me? I feel like they're going to try to come at him with renegotiations so they get some money. And then we talked about how on this offense, Mike McCarthy, George Teague brought it up, how Mike McCarthy was just sitting in interviews, and I didn't know this. You get what I'm saying? That's why I brought Teague on because he's in these meetings. He's been with these Cowboys, and he was just saying, and I was just really listening to him when he was talking about Mike McCarthy, how he was saying that they was in the meetings with the quarterback, and Mike McCarthy was always just sitting there letting Kellen Moore just kind of do whatever he wanted, and there was never nobody ever telling Kellen Moore anything. You know what I mean? And Mike McCarthy was always sitting back chilling. That's what he was saying. And also, George Teague said, you can go back and watch the tape where he was talking about it was almost like Mike McCarthy was just super happy just to get the job. We all saw the interview when he was just geeked up to get the job. And, he said that, he said kind of whatever to get the job because it was the Dallas Cowboys, man, everything to him. George Teague would say, bro, you a coach. Stop being acting like you ain't never coached in the league before. You acting all giddy, you know what I'm saying, over the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Go in there and coach. And we saw he was offensive coordinator. I brought up these things. He was offensive coordinator in New Orleans. And we saw he had pretty good offenses in New Orleans. We saw you as an offensive coordinator. You was an offensive guy pretty much your whole career. And I said, we both talked about, if Kellen Moore be tripping in this playoff game, then Mike McCarthy, you better jump right in there, take it from him and say, I'm not going to fall on this from you. I'm not going to have this team die because of you. So I'm going to take over the play calling. Even if it's the second half, I'm going to take over the play calling, or I would already have some plays ready or tell you need to do these plays or I'm going to jump in. That had never happened from what Teague was telling me. And that's sitting on the not taking the authority. And then you seen what happened. You know what I mean? You seen what happened. Lamb had one drop and Wilson had one drop, and that was the son. I can't really blame him. I can blame Lamb. I can't blame Cedric Wilson. And that other pass that Dak threw was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Mike McCarthy, you the coach, you need to take control. You know what I'm saying? If you saw this season was going funny or you saw this was going funny as the head coach, he brought you in to be the man. So you got to take over and be the man. And that wasn't being happening. And now you get Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones saying, well, Stephen Jones gives a absolutely vote of confidence from Mike McCarthy. But does he become a lame duck coach for this year? Because his first 2 years with Green Bay, I know there was a changeover from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and that's why maybe the record dropped off. But it was 6-10 his first year. No, it was 8-8 his first year. It was 13-3, and then they had that big disappointment. They lost. And then the next year with the changeover, they were 6-10. I hope this doesn't happen in year 3 with the Cowboys. He becomes a lame duck coach because of what happened these last couple of years, and then the whole team just falls off next year. That's a little concerning of me and keeping my eyes open to it. So, I'm keeping my eye on that and hoping that doesn't happen because right now when I look at it, I don't know, what happens with that coaching right now. I don't know what happens with that coaching. It's frustrating. What up, Michael? And I feel like as a head coach, you got to take over. If everything's falling apart as the head coach, you got to take over. And y'all were mentioning in here 14 penalties. These are things that I brought up all year long, though. You know what I mean? I had brought up those penalties on Twitter. What's up, Uncle Charles? I brought up those penalties in Twitter on my Twitter page. I showed it on my Big Game James community page. It was like week 5, week 6. It was right after they played the Patriots. I think it was right after they played the Patriots. I brought it up when they had the winning streak. They had just beat the Patriots. That got hurt. I think they were like 6-1. And I brought up, man, I know Dallas is winning, but bro, they like number 1 in the league right now in penalties. They better look at that going forward because they are number 1 in penalty and penalty yards. So they need to keep an eye on that going forward. And it just got worse. And guess what happened? It reared its ugly head once again in the playoffs. 14 penalties, a franchise playoff record, tied a franchise playoff record for 14 penalties. They also had 14 penalties in another game this year. So you're talking about in 2 games, they had 28 penalties. I think in the Raiders game, they had 14 penalties. So you're talking about 2 games, they had 28 penalties. I know that Raider game was weird, but it wasn't just that game. It was a whole bunch of things. So, you know, it's kind of frustrating, man. And, you know, we're going to talk about this offense. And I know a lot of people, and I'm going to talk about this, and I'm just going to give my feelings on it. I'm going to talk about the offensive line, then I'm going to talk about Dak. Okay, just my heart about this. The offensive line, I said this all week. After the Niners beat up the Rams, and I got the post. Go check out on the community page. I would show it on here, but I said at the end of that game, that San Francisco game, I said, bro, if they don't bring it here, they're gonna get manhandled. I didn't say Dak was gonna win. I didn't say Dallas was gonna lose. But I said, bro, if that offensive line doesn't handle it, Dak gonna lose. I mean, it's gonna be a long day. And all week was talking about physicality. Physical was the word. Physicality. Physical was the word. But man, when we talk about the physicality and then we bring up the numbers of what happened, it's like, really, dog? Like, there needs to be some kind of, I said there needs to be some kind of a change out here on this offensive line. I don't think Leo Collins is that guy anymore at the right tackle. You saw we had talked about. I don't want to go a whole show about it, but Terrence still deserved that right tackle spot in this game. And yeah, he didn't give up a sack, but Leo Collins, everybody was like, oh, he was handling Boza. Not what I saw. He had 3 pressures and 3 hurries, and Boza may not get a sack, but he was getting there. He was pushing. He was getting there. And even when he went out, the other dude was working him too. I mean, Tyron Smith. I mean, let's the numbers show it. I mean, these were the numbers, and I posted them. This was the game last night. Tyron Smith, 6 pressures, 4 hurries, 1 hit, 1 sack, 2 penalties, 2 big penalties. Connor Williams, 2 pressures, 1 hurry, 1 sack, 2 penalties, 1 big holding penalty. Tyler Biadasz, 1 pressure, 1 sack. He looked like he got a whole lot of pressure. Right guard, Zach Martin, 4 pressures, 2 hurries, 1 hit, 1 sack. Probably one of his worst games of the year. Right tackle, Leo Collins, 3 pressures, 3 hurries, 2 penalties. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you go into a playoff game, and that's how you play as offensive line. We ain't hyping this offensive line no more, dog. We cannot hype this offensive line any longer and say this is the Great Wall of China or whatever. Okay? You get what I'm saying? This ain't that same offensive line no more. Okay? They need to figure it out. I said the top 3 options, I think Cowboys are drafting 24th this year. You know what I'm saying? But I said offensive lineman, linebacker, and receiver would be my 3 top needs. But you need an offensive tackle. You need a left tackle. I don't know what's up with this Josh Ball. He's in the 4th round. You don't know nothing about him. You definitely need a guard. I don't know if you're going to move Leo Collins. That's up to y'all if y'all going to do that. He probably going to be his best position moving forward. It just is. Don't stop having the pride, dog. If you don't put Leo Collins at left guard, then you need to draft a big, beefy left guard somewhere, somehow. Need a Ron Larry type. You feel me? You need a Ron Larry type to really muscle up that if you ain't moving Leo Collins. You know what I'm saying? Because Connor Williams gone. Okay? Connor Williams ain't coming back here. Connor Williams ain't coming back. And Tyron Smith, I've been saying it for the last 3 years. I said 2 years ago that you should think about trading him while he got value. People went off on me. Okay, that's fine. Mark Anthony was good with you. That's fine. You know what I mean? You can. But I was saying this about Tyron Smith years ago. About you better get something for him while he's still good. Now he's 31 years old. He's not the same Tyron Smith. You can have it out on his contract in a couple years, but are you going to wait that long? You need to draft a left tackle right now. Okay, you need to get one in there. You need to get somebody for him. You need to draft a left tackle in this draft. And this is one of the deeper drafts for offensive linemen. I believe it's real heavy for tackles. So yeah, you definitely need to get a left tackle. You know what I'm saying? And then you need to put Terrence Steele on that right tackle spot, and you need to figure out what's up with Connor McGovern. Okay, if your guy is leaving and you're not moving Leo Collins, then you need to figure out, is Connor McGovern our backup or is he a starter? He's never had the opportunity to start all year from the very beginning of training camp. You need to figure it out. Is he a backup or is he a starter? You need to find out, is he going to be our center? Is Tyler Biadasz? Y'all need to figure all this out in this offseason. That's what y'all really need to sit down and huddle up, because this offensive line needs totally remade. Totally remade. Okay. We got a $5 holler. Where's that? Yeah, right. That'll never happen. There you go. I'm gonna just put this up, but this will never happen. We should trade Zeke for Jonathan Taylor. That will never happen. I appreciate the $5 holler though, but that will never happen. Okay. Zeke don't have that value. And going forward, because I'm about to talk about Dak. You know what I mean? Going forward, Zeke Elliott, he's got 12.5 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about no players' pockets. Okay. I promise you, I'm not about no players' pockets or nothing like that. But this is the world we live in. Okay. I'm not listen to me. I'm not looking at nobody's pocket, but this is the world we live in. When you look at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the team, it's Dak Prescott, 20 million, DeMarcus Lawrence, 19 million. These are base salaries. Amari Cooper, 20 million, Zach Martin, 11, Ezekiel Elliott, 12.4. Is Ezekiel Elliott a $12.4 million guy now? I'm not in your pockets, but is he that type of a running back now? Should he even be starting next year? I don't think so. I don't know. 12.4 though? He barely got over 1,000 yards since he signed his new deal that he held out for. What have his numbers been? No diss on no Ezekiel Elliott. Promise you. But it's not 2016 Zeke no more. That's Zeke been gone. Okay. And yes, he was playing good, but you're starting to. Here's my thing now, folks. He's 26 now, right? Going on 27. Remember we used to never seen Ezekiel Elliott with injuries? Now you're seeing him. You feel me? Okay. Now you're seeing injuries from Ezekiel Elliott. So this is where you got to say, can Tony Pollard do the whole thing? Can he be a bell cow? He needs to get a full look because next year is his last year of his contract, and you're going to get another running back. But you know what I mean? You got to find that out. You gotta figure that Ezekiel Elliott situation. I don't think he gets cut because his cap number's too high. But I feel like next year, 2022, might be his last year. I think it is. Because I think they can get away with it next year, but I don't think they're going to do it this year. I mean, this coming season, but I think next year was going to be probably, in my opinion, probably would be his last year. I thought this year could be, but I think next year will be his last year because it won't be a big cap hit. And he's not the same player anymore. He's 27 years old and he's breaking down. When running backs start getting injuries, inside injuries, their hamstrings, their knees, stuff like that. Yeah. So they need to figure that out. And then you got the last two players, Tyron Smith and Leo Collins. $23 million between both of them. Now, I'm not trying to be in your pockets, dog, I promise. But $23 million between Tyron Smith and Leo Collins. And did you see $20 million worth of effort out there? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you got these highest paid guys and they're not performing. So I'm gonna talk about the Dak thing right quick because a lot of people have been talking. Let's talk about D-Law because D-Law is on the list because I want to say Dak for last. D-Law is on the list. Yeah, if anybody watches this channel, y'all know how I feel about D-Law. Okay. You know how I feel about D-Law. I say he's very good, but he's not great. Here's a super chat with $5 holler from A. Lavelle. We were the most penalized team in NFL this season. Not going to get the job done. O-line needs revamp. Too many penalties on the players and coaching. Totally agree. Starts from the top, though. Starts from the coaching with the undisciplined. Randy Gregory, why are you tackling people? Randy Gregory, why are you tackling people? I don't get that. He had 3 penalties on him. Yes, Michael looked great. That's who you build around. Eliteness. But I'm not. See, everybody, oh, you're hating on D-Law. Okay. Well, here's the thing. This is why I said, when Micah Parsons not in the game, the defense is regular. DeMarcus Lawrence ain't carrying that defense when Micah Parsons goes out. My opinion. Okay. Randy Gregory had 3 holding penalties. I don't know what was going on with him. But DeMarcus Lawrence, when Micah Parsons go out, what did everybody say as soon as Micah Parsons got hurt? Oh, hell no. We didn't do that when D-Law went out. You was like, damn, D-Law was out. But then Michael Parsons turned up. You wasn't even talking about no damn D-Law. Let's keep it real, y'all. I wasn't. I was like, I can't wait till he gets back. I can't lie. I can't wait to get back because it's going to make it better. But Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on. D-Law had 3 hurries. Not hating. D-Law had 3 hurries. But when Michael was in there, we was all like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Wasn't nobody talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. But if DeMarcus Lawrence was in and Michael Parsons went out for 2 or 3 games after him turning up, we ought to been like, we can't wait to get Michael Parsons back. We can't wait. But when Michael Parsons goes out, D-Law don't carry this defense. So why people keep on saying DeMarcus Lawrence this great players? He's a very good player, but he's not a great player where he can carry the defense. He had 3 hurries, no hits on the quarterback, no pressures, 3 hurries, and no sacks. But we always gonna say it ain't about sacks. It ain't about sacks. But bro, if that's all I'm saying about that, dog. Huh? All right, $2 holler. I'll just get it up there as a $2 holler. Appreciate B Bird. 49ers culture beat the Cowboys culture. Pretty much. I just feel like their intensity that we wasn't going when they came out that tunnel and Jimmy Garoppolo was doing this. I said, man, I don't like that. I don't have a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like bothering me. I was like, oh boy. That's the first thing I thought. Oh boy. Because it's like whenever a team, have y'all noticed about the Cowboys? Every time a team wants to get real physical with Dallas, this is what I hate. Every time a team wants to get real physical with Dallas, they do it. They don't get little physical, they get real physical. And it's like, really? You have a team that just comes in your crib like that? Was all that fault? And I know Micah ain't weak, but bro, like something's going on here, man. We too nice. We just too nice. There it is, all around the world, the same song. We soft, bro. And here's the thing about this, man. I had some people telling me, yeah, Jay, you was talking all that stuff about Dallas. What am I supposed to do? I love my team. I love my Cowboys. What am I supposed to say? Doom and gloom every time when the team is playing okay? What am I supposed to say? My team sucks when it's playing okay? I can't say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to be happy about my team. But like I said, ask my boo. She was sitting right behind me when we was in Cali. Law asked me. He said, this team is a Super Bowl team. I said, he said, come on out there. Lavash was like, come on out there and say it, Jay. Don't be scared. And I'm like, I'm not scared. I don't know this team. We definitely can win the division, but I ain't saying no Super Bowl yet. But then during the middle of the season, I was saying it. And I didn't back off from it because we had a Super Bowl type team. But guess what? Every time a team wants to punch us in the mouth, we get punched in the mouth. We don't have no counter punch. So we just soft. It's just softness. That's softness. If a team can come in your house like that and be acting like that and getting all ruckus and they talking during the week, yeah, we can get more physical than them. Yeah, we can beat them at the point of attack. Yeah. And did you see the 49ers go away from their run game? No, they had like 37 rushes. Feel me? A receiver ran for 71 yards. A receiver ran for 71 yards. Running back, 27 carries. He didn't even have 100. He had 27 carries, though. That means they stuck to it. Even if he didn't average 4 or 5 yards a carry, they stuck with it. They didn't, we got stopped on 2 plays. Let's throw 50 times. Man, I don't even know who's going to be on there, head coach Pee Wee. I can't even answer that question, dog. Yeah, I would love Jordan Davis, but it doesn't matter right now. Now, here's my thing. I'm going to talk about my feelings about Dak Prescott, and I know y'all going to love this one because everybody talking about Dak up in here. Just listen to me on Dak. I know a lot of people have got on me about Dak Prescott. I've been on Dak's team since he came in the league. Did I think Dak was a experienced and polished quarterback when he came out? Nope. I sure did not. I was happy for him to sit behind Romo and learn the game and get better. Then Romo got hurt, and I'm like, Lord, then Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was ahead of you. And I think even the other quarterback was ahead of you. I can't remember his name. So he was like fourth on the depth chart, bro. So Dak came in and did something crazy. He wasn't a polished quarterback, but when they drafted you, Dak, they drafted you as a dual threat. Dual, not one, dual. Now, I don't know if the ankle had you scared this year to run, but you're a dual quarterback. Are you trying to make us believe that you're the pocket guy? And that's why you didn't run. This is nothing me just venting. Showers. Did you not run when you had plenty opening lanes to run? Did you not run because you're trying to prove everybody you can throw the ball? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm sitting here watching Dak, you cautious, bro. You cautious. I don't want to say it, but are you a top 3 quarterback in this league? 5? Not right now. You're not better than Pat Mahomes. And this is why this is in my eyes what makes a elite quarterback. My eyes. Nobody else's eyes. Nobody else's eyes. My eyes, what makes a elite quarterback mine. Pat Mahomes has Kelsey and he has Tyreek Hill. But I believe if Pat Mahomes had regular receivers, he could still do it. Yeah, it's part of the play calling too. It wasn't all on Dak, but come on, dog. We got to be honest now. Okay? Aaron Rodgers, elite. Pat Mahomes, elite. I still think Russell Wilson is elite because he don't have to have great receivers and he can still make it happen. He don't have to have great running backs. He can still make it happen. When he first came to the league, he had to have help, but he could still throw the ball. He had that touch. He could throw that ball. Hell, Joe Burrow's showing stuff. You feel me? And I love Dak. And here's the thing. We always have to tell people I love Dak. I love everything what Dak brings. He is a good person. He is a great leader. He brings all that off the field. You cannot hate that man. But dog, he not a top elite quarterback right now. Just in my opinion. Because I feel like you can't carry a team. I just don't feel it. Because I've seen too many times where there was opportunities to carry it. Like yesterday, I know the line was not doing great, but I've seen elite quarterbacks scramble, get yards, make the throws that are hard. Dak don't want to make those throws. And he makes those throws, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. Nobody else's opinion. This is all my opinion. And when he makes those throws or when he wants to get dangerous is when we behind. When we behind, Dak be slinging it everywhere. It's like he don't even care about nothing when we down 15 or 20. Then all that cautiousness goes out the door and then he's slinging it. You see what I'm saying? But he ain't slinging it when we need it. Like he's holding on to the ball, like trying to make the perfect pass. Ask George Teague. He said, I don't know what's wrong with Dak. Something ain't right, though. And we were talking about John Kitna. That was a big loss, in my opinion. That was a big loss for Dak Prescott because I told you, John Kitna was the one that was saying, hey, let that ball go. Sling that ball. Don't be scared of nothing. Go ahead and make that pass. Don't worry about what anybody's going to say. I got your back. Just let it play. And I saw a little more recklessness in 2019 when Kitna was the coach. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he lost that. And the reason why I said he lost that because the next year, who was telling Dak, no, Dak, yes, Dak, no, Dak. And I said it last week that you and Kellen Moore grew up together in the Cowboys culture. Y'all was both quarterbacks with each other. You feel me? Now he's your offensive coordinator. That might be a little friendlyship. And is Kellen Moore really telling you, no, throw that ball? Is they in that quarterback room really telling you that? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Dak too cautious. He won't make those elite throws when we really need them. And sometimes I don't feel like he can make them. I'm sorry. I love you, Dak, but I don't think you is a top elite quarterback right now. You a top 10 quarterback, but I feel like you fell in the rankings. You was top earlier in the year when you was balling, but you got to do it when it matters the most. in my opinion. You can't just do it. I mean, I can't lie. I was happy that he broke Romo's record. I was happy that he broke Romo's record. But when I saw his numbers, if we're talking honesty and my honesty, I was like, I don't care about your numbers. I'm so happy that you're doing better because how much you came from 2016. But you got to win these big games, dog. You got to win these big games, dog. Like that was a Niners game that that was a game to prove your eliteness, in my opinion. Just me. That was a game to prove your eliteness. And I don't feel like it happened. And I feel like, when it's a tough team that brings you a tough defense, you struggle. And when it's, a defense that maybe the team is not that good, we know we can win that game. Like, we know you can throw those games. We know you're going to kind of get dangerous against those teams that you can kind of get dangerous with. But when you're playing a really elite defense, a really elite team that's really coming at you, trying to confuse you, whatever, I feel like you start pulling it close to the vest. You know what I'm saying? And then you unload it. And I think that needs to be something talked about going forward. Somebody in here said this up. It sounds like a pity party. I caught that comment. Ain't no pity party in here. This ain't no pity party. And if it's a pity party, you ain't got to be here. You don't got to listen to this pity party if that's what you think it is. Bye. Nobody's boo-hooing here. Y'all kill me. Nobody is boo-hooing. I'm telling you what I feel in my heart, bruh. You probably saying the same thing. You're just not saying it on the mic. You know what I mean? This is what I feel. Dallas, I don't know if they're going to take this net. Dak needs a team around him. That's just my opinion. Dak can't win this thing by himself. He need receivers. He need a running back. He need a line. That's just me. Bye. Tell him bye. Get out of here. See you. You know what I mean? He needs a team around him. And if he don't have that, I feel like, man, we're going to be in trouble. That's just how I feel. We can talk about the draft and all that, but that right there is just standing out to me that if you're trying to take that next step into the playoffs, and yes, you have to have great coaching. You have to have the coaching. You have to have all that. But at the end of the day, you got to be an elite quarterback, dog. You got to make those elite throws. You got to make those elite plays. You held out for your contract, and nobody's trying to bring it up, but you got paid to be elite. I'm not even saying Josh Allen's elite, but guess what? When he played in that Buffalo game, it was cold. We saw the smoke blowing out their mouth. The players were sitting on the bench. The New England Patriots whooped their butt just a little time before, and they came in. You just got paid that big money, Josh Allen, so you better show up because they would probably been on him too. They probably been on him too. But guess what he did? He threw 5 touchdowns in super cold weather. Now, I don't think you still the elite right now, but they paid you to do that, right? And he did it. Now, to me, he's not there, but when he was on the big stage to prove you was the elite quarterback and you could win this game, he did it. You get what I'm saying? So this was your time coming in this San Francisco game because we felt good. Even though you played the JV squad against the Eagles, you looked good as far as throwing the ball. So this should have been a game where you came in and just turning up. And instantly when they went down the field and scored, what happens? 3 and out. You know what I mean? It's almost like I felt it. First, I don't think I said on the channel, boo. I was like, let's not have no 3 and out. So what does that mean? Means the quarterback got to step up. Y'all can say about the stealing the money. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying you got to get better, Dallas. Bro, I'm just about to block you. Who's that Jamie dude? He's blocked. You're just talking too much. Shut up. Bye. So, why do I think it's a 3 and out? Why do I think? Come on, man. We got to score here. I was sitting during the game. Boo was sitting right there. right? And I wasn't even concentrating on the game no more because I didn't think Dak could break his back. I'm just telling the truth, and I promise you, I already blocked him, Chris. I already blocked him, Chris. I got you. You know what I mean? I already got him. And I know people saying, you know, it's a team sport, but it goes by your quarterback. It does. It does. And your quarterback's got to be, if he's the elite guy as far as what you just paid him, he's got to play elite. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not seeing it from my perspective. So I feel like something has to happen with maybe quarterback coach. Something has to happen with that. You know what I'm saying? Something has to happen with that with Dak. Um, this is a good one from B Bird. He said $5 holla. Dak's a front runner. I like this. Like the rest of the team. If we score first, they feel like they got it. If we don't, he tightens up in the team season. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. When we get behind, Dak tenses up, in my opinion. Just me. I feel like he gets, and he said pressure is privilege, but I don't know. Just me. It shows right here. This isn't a fake stat, y'all. This year, when Dallas was down by 10 points, they were over. I love you, Dak. I promise. I love Dak. Dak is better than Hurts. Dak is better than Jalen Hurts, bro. But when Dallas is down 10 points this year, those stats aren't for those aren't imaginary stats. When Dallas was down by 10 points, only 10 points, not 15 points, not 17, 21. Dallas was down 10 points. They were over. Hey, Jimmy went to a Super Bowl, so I can't take too much from him. And they're still in the playoffs. If they go to another Super Bowl, then what you gonna say about Jimmy G? You know what I mean? Can't just say and say it's team. It ain't Jimmy G too. You know what I mean? So we got another one here, Dave Snags. You about to get out of here, bro. Don't stay up in this feed with your Eagle stuff. We ain't gonna listen to that all up in this feed. You're gonna get blocked, bro. I don't care. You know, you Eagles didn't outplay nobody. And if you talking that dumb stuff up in my feed, I'm gonna block you because you lying. You lying. You know what I mean? So I don't know where this goes from here. I think right now you build your defense around Micah Parsons. You build that defense around Micah Parsons because he's elite. Even in that game yesterday, he still played elite. You know what I mean? So that's who you build around and figure it out. This offense, though, I don't know what's going to happen to it. You know what I mean? Because Dak has got to be better. Dak has got to be better. And a lot of y'all were saying it in here, man. Hey, BGJ, I ain't trying to hate on him, but he got to be better. And I was agreeing, he got to be better. And right now, Dak is just not the elite guy. He's a very, very good quarterback. But if he doesn't step up and consistently be elite against these top teams, they're going to test him defensively, confuse him, things of that nature. He's got to step his game up, man. He's got to get even better because he's got to be able to give over the hump and beat these big teams, beat these top teams, beat these teams like the San Francisco 49ers. Like when everything else is going bad, we know our quarterback can bring us back. I didn't feel that at that time. I didn't feel that yesterday. That's just how I feel. What's up, Belly? Offensive coordinator to go, and Adam needs to get better. Shout out to you, BGJ. Shout out for the $4.99 holler. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I didn't feel that in that game. That's just me. D-Law is not elite. He's very good, but he's not elite because elite players take over games. I feel elite players take over games. And when there was the time for you to take over in this game when we needed the most, it didn't happen. And it's happened too many times. And I think that was a huge mistake losing John Kitna. There was no reason for you to let him go. I feel like you just made it easier for Dak. Yeah, he had a great year, but somebody needs to tell him to tighten it up or throw that ball or this and that. And I don't know if people are in there doing that with him. So I hope that gets better. I really do. Because I can't sit there in front, because I love Dak Prescott so much. You know what I mean? Because I love what he stands for, because I know he's a great leader. That's great. But leadership ain't bringing wins all the time. You got to be able to make those throws. How do you contribute to the feed? Just give them the feed, babe. Somebody said they want to contribute. If you want. So appreciate you, Cedric. And just like you said, Aaron Donald, those guys make the plays. Khalil Mack, before he went out, those guys make plays. People say, I don't know what they're going to do with D-Lo. I'm going to just keep it real. You know what I mean? And right there, B Bird, I love you, dog. Bosa had more impact and only played a half. True story. Bosa was in that backfield. I don't care. He was putting pressure on La'el Collins. And that's why I say where D-Law is like, where's you at, bro? Like, people say it ain't all about sacks, but dang. What?
Did you see JJ? He said, "Love you, Dad."
Where?
He's in there.
Where's JJ?
Love you, JJ.
Where's my son?
He's in there. He put "Love you, Dad." He went like that with a heart. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, hey, JJ.
Oh man, my son said what's up to me in here. That's what's up.
It's above the $2 holler.
It's above the $2 holler.
It's right underneath where I put the YouTube. He said, "Love you, Dad."
I'm sorry, I'm just looking for my son saying something on here. That's what's up. I'll find it later.
It's right above the $2 holler.
No.
Oh, it was like right there because look, hold on. See, look, I'm here. Look. See? Love you, Dad.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
He's like, I'm here. See?
Where's he at? Oh, okay. I'm just happy my son. I think this is my first time my son been in my feed. What's up, son? I love you too, buddy. Yeah, Jamal, my dad. Hey, y'all made me happy. I love my son, boy. I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. Go get it, baby. Nah, my son ain't no Eagles fan. He rep them boys. I love you though. I love you, son.
You not see how strong Daddy likes him? He's gonna like him.
Yeah, he made my day. I love you, son. But yeah, man, it's we keep talking about and now Randy Gregory, right? Let's look at this. Randy Gregory, he's in for a contract year, right? He's in for the contract year, right? So does that take his value down a little bit now? Does that take his value down a little bit now? We talking about these free agents? Dallas Cowboy free agents? Does his value go down now? So it's going to be some decisions to make. I think Connor Williams is gone. I wouldn't resign Connor. I'm talking about if I was the guy. I wouldn't resign no Connor Williams. Cedric Wilson, I might get Cedric Wilson, I like you, but you might want some bread. You earn some bread. He might make about 6 point something million market value, maybe a little more. He gonna probably want some bread. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide Malik Turner in there. He's cheap. Randy Gregory, Dalton Schultz, and might draft because they talking about his value going up, and he had another big game, so his value is going up. You got a guy in Sean McKeon. You still got Schultz. Jarwin. I would look to draft. I ain't not gonna spend that money. I guess the guys I would really look at would be Gregory and Curse. But by the way they played, you can kind of say, well, we might not pay you all that money there, Randy Gregory. It could happen. Maybe they might do that. We'll see what happens on that front. But Stephen Jones ain't going to break the bank for none of these guys. Let's keep it real. He won't. Dallas needs to run the damn ball. No QB wins without some type of running game, whether screen game or zone read. Run the damn ball. No one better. I appreciate the $5 holler. You got to run. 16 rushes between Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott with a torn PCL had 12 carries. Tony Pollard, who was supposedly healthy, had 4. Bro, you're not even overriding that, Mike McCarthy. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all need to step up. But at the end of the day, it all starts from the top. It all starts from the top. And I don't even want to talk about them. but it all starts from the top, and then it trickles down, and you are from what you are at the top, and it just seems like Dallas always has talent, but always falls short, and I don't know what that is. Jerry Jones said he's putting Jimmy Johnson in that ring of honor, and that didn't happen. I think that had a part of it too. Just me, I believe in that curse. I do. I believe in that curse. You did. I don't think you did Jimmy Johnson by right, so I do believe in that curse. I believe curses are real in certain aspects. Man, I believe you didn't do right by that man, and that's why it is what it is. But okay, let's talk about some positive, Jason Cohen. I will do that. Let's talk about some positives. There were none. There were no positives in this game, except Michael Parsons. For real. I mean, what positive we gonna talk about in this game, man? What do we see positive in this game, Jason? You tell me. You tell me, and I'll listen. Tell me one positive you saw in this game. Tell me if anybody saw a positive in this game besides Michael Parsons, and I'll bounce off you. Anthony Brown got an interception. Okay. Terry Turner gives me a $5 holler. We need a leader. Put Steele at right tackle, put Collins at right guard, draft a left tackle, and hopefully we make it in the second round. Great wishful thinking. Can some the punter was positive. All right. I like Brian Anger. He threw a great pass on the fourth down. That was a positive. Yeah, them curses are real though. Greg Zuerlein, yeah, he didn't miss an extra point, even though we didn't score a lot. And he made a field goal. That's a positive. I'll go with that one. What's up, Miss Charles? What's up, sis? Yeah, LVE was okay. Yeah, he did throw it to Anthony Brown. He gave it that. But were we just saying Brian Anger and Zuerlein? And maybe Micah Parsons play good. Did anybody else on that defense play good to you guys? LVE was okay. I'm gonna have to check out Curse. I didn't really look at the Curse yet. I'm gonna check out the tape today. Right, fake punt. Look at Miss Nikki telling it. Fake punt did nothing with it. Am I allowed to talk about Trevin Diggs? Are y'all gonna be mad at me if I talk about Trevin Diggs? Can I talk about Trevin Diggs, y'all? Or are y'all gonna say I'm doom and gloom again? It's just what I saw. Can I talk about Trevin Diggs? I love Trevin Diggs, but man, he still got to get better. Did you see his tackling? Did you see Diggs tackling yesterday? Woo, that bothered me. Woo-hoo. That diving into people with your shoulder. What the hell is that? What the hell is you diving into somebody with your shoulder? Huh? And you see that catch that got caught on him, and I made a video. Go check the video. I'm not an expert in everything, but me and George Teague, I keep going back to this. These things that we talked about with Diggs coming out of college. Not this tape that we just did about 12 days ago, but it was about a year ago. Me and George did a tape when Teague was coming, not Teague, when Diggs was coming out of college, and we did a breakdown video of him. And even now, Teague was saying that we both were talking about how we had a problem with Diggs not getting his hands on receivers at the line of scrimmage. And then he would get beat and he would be trailing. And when he would trail, he would get beat with yardage because then they would kind of direct where they were going to go on the play and he would get lost. If you saw one play when they bring him, they have him on that trail and they bring him on them crossing routes and then they round him out because he rounds those routes out and you can get him. And Teague was saying what I was saying, that he has a problem. That's why he stays back off and he doesn't like press coverage because he wants to see where that ball is all the time because he can't see where it's at. He has an uncanny ability to be able to turn in the air and be able to find it. So he has rare ability like that. That is rare. He has playmaking skills. Nobody's doubting that. He had 20-something pass defense. Nobody's doubting that. But he has to get better. He has to get better. Trevin Diggs has to get better. He has to get better at press coverage. He has to get better at those routes, not letting those receivers round those routes out and get all that extra yardage because he gives that up, and he's got to be a better tackler. He has to be a more physical tackler. He had one of the highest. Y'all fans kill me. Okay. He had one of the highest um, missed tackle rates. And I was talking about this before. So if people were like, oh, blah, blah, man, I was talking about this before. Go check it out. I was saying these things. B. Bird's JJ's culture is incentive entitling and coddling. When faced with adversity, they fold against tough-minded physical teams all year. Man, you really speaking some hella good language today, B. Bird. You know what I'm saying? You talking some good stuff, B. Bird. You the truth. If he's, I don't want to talk about Jerry, because that'll be a whole hour. But all I'm gonna say is this: that coddling and sense of entitlement, I think it's true, because look how Kellen Moore came in. I'm gonna just say how Kellen Moore came in like Jason Garrett. That's why I said Kellen Moore would be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, because he brought him in just like he did Jason Garrett. He brought him in under Linehan. He didn't know anything else but Linehan and Garrett. Kellen Moore don't know nothing else but that. And Kellen Moore came in easy. He basically he was a quarterback's coach. Then he got promoted to the offensive coordinator, just how Jason Garrett did, bro. Jason Garrett was a quarterback's coach in Miami. He came over to Dallas Cowboys, was the offensive coordinator. Soon as Wade Phillips had that bad year, and he just went to the playoffs the year before, who came to coach in midseason? So he was already set up to be the head coach. That's why he brought him over there. Look how Kellen Moore came over. Quarterbacks coach first, offensive coordinator next, young just like Garrett was. Why wouldn't it be the same daggone thing? It's the same daggone thing. He wanted to raise them up just like that. And listen, look at how it is. See, this is why I said Kellen Moore couldn't go to another organization and be a dominant coach, or, you know what I'm saying, be a great coach, because I feel like he was brought in easily. Everybody almost kind of had to respect you because how Jerry brought you in. It was an easy way to bring you in. There was no fight for it. It was, here, we're giving this to you. This is yours. So there wasn't really a fight for it. This was yours. You get what I'm saying? If Kellen Moore were to go to another organization, he's got to get the respect of all those players. He's got to get the respect of the organization and the players. And how do you get respect? You got to win. That's how you get respect, by winning too. You get respect by winning. I don't know if those guys are gonna jump in and, oh, we're gonna listen to Kellen. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's ready for it. And if you saw how it came over with Garrett, it was the same way with Kellen Moore. So when I'm bouncing off of B Bird when he's saying that, where I feel that, and whenever we do play a really tough team that wants to always get physical with us, or not us or Dallas, it seems to always happen the same thing. We get punched in the mouth, and you don't have a counter punch. Dallas can come out with a good first punch, but when somebody punches back and punches Dallas in the mouth, they don't got a counter punch, or they can't fight the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? They can't finish the fight, like they were always jumping up and having that quote, finish the fight. Dallas can't finish the fight. And that's just what it is. And it's a hard thing to feel. It sucks as if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, because you're like, same old Cowboys. We Cowboys fans want to believe different. I want to believe different, but you still have those deep inside feelings that don't go away. Why do you think everybody was nervous? Why do you think everybody was hitting me up on that game against San Francisco? And I was like, they're like, how you feeling, BGJ? I'm like, hey, I'm excited, nervous. How you feeling? I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? You know why? You know why you were nervous. You know why you were nervous. You know why you were nervous. I know why I had the nervousness. We all, as Cowboys fans, if you've been a long time Cowboys fan, you know why you had the nervousness, because we're used to letdowns. That's why you're nervous, because you're used to letdowns. So you're used to losing that, choking that. So that's why you're nervous. You want to believe it's going to be different, but you have that nervousness, like, is this going to be the same thing? You know what I mean? That's just what I felt. Yeah, you blocked too. Bye. RIP OG. Doses. I love blocking y'all. Keep it up. I'm on a blocking spree today. I don't care what he gave me. I can hear it a little bit, but we ain't, you suck. Bye. No, he wasn't.
No, I'm saying he's saying excuses. You're not giving
Yeah,
excuses.
I don't. I hate when people saying excuses. I'm telling you the real. This is no damn excuse. This is the same thing that Cowboys fans deal with. We don't. I'm not making no excuse. I don't know if any of these other people are making excuses. That is not an excuse. That is a reality that every Cowboys fans deal with. I won't block you as long as you stay cool. I'm not gonna block you as long as you stay cool, bro. As long as you cool, you can talk trash. I don't care about any other people talking trash, but I can tell talking trash and talking goofy. And when I feel the goofiness, you're getting blocked.
And when told to stop, just stop.
And when I tell you to chill, chill, bro. We can have a good time. I don't care about no opposing teams being up in here, but watch what you say. That's all. So, you know what I mean? Cowboys fans have been feeling this for how long? So how what are people supposed to think? What's up, Moped? What are people supposed to think Cowboys fans are supposed to feel? What are Cowboys fans supposed to feel when it's been happening for so long? So when you get into a playoff game, if they get into the playoffs next year, are you all going to feel the same feeling? Yep, you are. Just like I am. We're going to be like, we hope, we pray, we feel we can, we have the team to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Charles was saying that he was talking to Dave Snacks.
Okay. Well, sorry. Yeah, I mean, sorry. But until this gets over the hump, Cowboys fans gonna always feel like all the opponent, all the haters. Are we? I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. We're gonna feel like them. Accident waiting to happen. Y'all don't feel that? Y'all don't feel that? Let's talk real before we get off of here today. Yeah, I saw the schedule. I posted on the I posted it on the my community page. I don't care about the schedule right now.
I like what Miss Nick said. She said he's just a beta male.
Yeah, for real.
It's okay. He's just another beta male.
You know what I mean? So until Dallas changes things, we're gonna feel the same way. I feel you, Jason. I've been a fan since '72. I've been in there since them '70s. So I really hurt. Not I don't really hurt, but I'm just like I'm just shaking my head now. I don't even I think I'm past the hurt. I talked to Boo. I'm talking to my Boo thing. I'm past hurt. It's now just frustration and just I just shake my head now. That's all I can do now. It ain't even it's disgust. I'll say that. I'm gonna say disgust. I'm disgusted. I ain't even hurt. I'm disgusted. Frustrated, disappointed, disgusted though. That's my word. Look at this. 75, 77. So y'all feeling my disgustedness. I'm disgusted with this team right now. Yeah, you might be the only one who feels that way about the refs. I can't blame no refs. Disgusted. That's the word of the day. Disgusted. Look, 84. Y'all been there. Y'all know. 73. Oh Lord, y'all feel my pain. Y'all feeling my pain. Give me y'all years. You know what? Just give me your years. Give me y'all saying them in here. I want to hear how long y'all been Cowboys fans so you can know about this disgustingness we feeling right now. I'm not trying to 79. Oh, you in 90s, you saw a little goodness. 95, you saw the end of goodness. You saw the end of goodness. You didn't get to see it. Marvin, oh yeah, 76. You saw goodness. 2004, Carlos Holloway, you ain't seen nothing. I feel bad. Carlos ain't seen nothing. He a young boy though. He a young buck. 72, 82. It's a lot of people in here that's been here for a long 77, 84. We got some 2000 peoples in here. Woo, look at all these 70s though. 95, 77, 76, 72. We got a lot of these old heads in here. I love it. Y'all making me feel good. See, y'all got me smiling. We smiling. We ain't doom and gloom right now. We smiling because we can at least say, "Hey, we've been faithful." My one person said, "What he say? This is a abusive relationship."
Right.
One guy said this, and I am going to agree with him. My relationship with the Cowboys is an abusive relationship. It's an abusive relationship. I love you, but I hate y'all. I love you, but I hate y'all. I want you, but I don't. Yes. Yes.
I want you, but I don't.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's what it is. It's love and hate. I love you, but I hate you. I don't want you. What did you say again, babe? I love you, but I hate you. What's the other one?
I love you, but I hate you. I want you, but I don't.
Yeah, I want you, but I don't want you. That's what it is. I love you and I hate you. I want you, but I don't want you. That's where it is right now. Justin D gives the $20 holla. Hey ho, donation, donation, donation. Nobody was answering my question, so I looked it up. My bad. It went so fast. My bad, Justin. Our record this year was 11-0 when we ran 04 over 100 yards. Wow. Only Minnesota game we won with getting over 100 rush yards. Why did we abandon the run yesterday? Scared. Kellen Moore has brought that finesseness, and it's took over the team. Yeah, emotional abuse. Yes, emotional abuse. That's what it is. It's emotional abuse. I've straight emotional abuse. They emotionally abuse me. The Cowboys emotionally abuse me. I don't know if they emotionally abuse you, but they just emotionally abuse me. You know what I mean? I feel you, Nikki. I'm in on for the long haul, but I ain't sitting there like I used to cry over Dallas when I was younger. And I used to go nuts and crazy as Boo. Before I got into a radio and I went to school and everything, she used to have to calm me down like, man, calm down. Like, it's just a game. It's just a game, Jay. And I'm like, I don't care. No, it ain't no, just no game. I was going ham like every day. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I'm almost numb to it. 67. Shout out to Jimmy Cardinal, 67. What up, y'all go? I'm numb to it. I'm numb to the pain. I just shake my head now. I do yell because I'm going to get the emotions out when you in it. You're going to get the emotions and yell and scream and holler. But after them emotions is done, I'm like, same old Cowboys. I don't even want to say that, dog. Like, oh my God, I don't want to say that about my boys. But right now, it's the same old Cowboys. Dallas got to do better. They just got to do better, and I don't know when it's going to happen. This was this was a perfect time to do it, and they failed again. And I'm just like, wow.
He put a ball in the corner because he fell in a cold shower. Like he was cheated on by his love.
Look, because it says I used to lose my voice to losing. Shake my head, not no more. I feel you. That's what I don't do it no more. I don't scream. I mean I yell. I do yell. I can't front. I that emotion of loving my boys that long. It's gonna always be there. But after it's over, I'm like I'm good because this is what y'all do. I've become numb to the disappointments. And this is just what it's been. How can I talk about positives right now when it's nothing but disappointment? You have a positive, great season only to end in disappointment. Again, you didn't even get past the first round. So, how can I feel good about that? How can I feel good and saying this when you had the opportune time this year to win it? You had the defense, you had the offense, yeah, everybody was healthy. Zeke wasn't healthy, but Tony Pollard was, and you could have used him. You could have beat the Niners. They kept you in the game. They kept you in. Jimmy G throwing you interceptions. Here, we don't want to win. San Francisco was trying to lose it. Here's the interception. Boo just said this. It's got to be a coaching thing. I'm listening to Boo over here. Boo said, got to be a coaching thing. I mean, I don't know what else. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? He was 79. Mm-hmm. I love some Danny White, but he choked too. But yes, he had a torn PCL, so that's why they should have shut him down. You know what I mean? They do need to have some guts, Darren. They need to say, hey, well, not move on from Tyron Smith, but you need to draft a left tackle this year. No ifs, ands, or buts. You need to draft a left tackle high. You know what I mean? See, everybody's feeling the same way, man. It ain't just we're all feeling the same way, folks. See, listen what see what right there. This how I felt. I'm a post yours. This is how I felt. I was remarkably calm after the loss. Just played me some UFC 4 and really decompressed. Boom, boom, boom. I can't. Let me tell you how y'all know how I decompressed. Y'all know how I decompressed. If y'all know me, y'all know how I decompressed. So you know what? After that game was over, 0-2-4, and I'm not talking. I'm cool. 0-2-4, and I'm cool. Yeah. I'm going to start my draft this week. Let me get those things up. I'm gonna start my draft this week. I got all my draft stuff together. I got my college tape. I'm going to the Senior Bowl. I'm glad you asked that because I'm about to end it. That was a great segue because I'm good. But he says I started on my draft day Walker Vaughn, who is I love Day Walker Vaughn. So cool, great peoples. Have you started on the draft yet? If not, when you gonna start? This is gonna be this week. Once again, I will be at the Senior Bowl this year. Very excited about that. This is my first time being at the Senior Bowl this year. Um, so I'll be at the Senior Bowl, being able to actually watch the game. I'm going to be super excited to be able to look at the players in depth. It's different when you can see them on TV. It's even better when you can see them up close. So that's an exciting time, and I'm going to try to make that an annual tip for me. You know what I mean? So we're going to the combine once again. I think it's going to be back in Indianapolis. We'll be back in the draft is in April, I believe. So we'll be back in the combine. First time at the Senior Bowl next month. So we'll just please continue to touch on that. The Ninja, I'm sending out your plaque for your victory this weekend. I'm gonna get it all made. I had to find somebody who was finally doing it. I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you. But yeah, he said you're like a shrink for all of us. So let me get that up there. I like that. I'm not going to the Senior Bowl practices, Mark Anthony. I think I'm going to go to the last one, and then I'll be at the game. He says you're like a shrink for all us today, man. I love you. Appreciate you, dog. But we're gonna have a good time. You know, we're not gonna talk this doom and gloom. We gotta get it out off our chest, though, right, folks? We got to talk about it, and then once we talk about it, we just move on. We already know what it is. We already saw what it was. I'm not gonna talk about the Niners playoff game for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It's over after today. You know what I mean? We move on. We talk about new positions, players, and what's moving forward. But this is the decompressed day. This is the decompressed day. I don't know yet, Eric Mack, but I'm definitely going to check. I'm going to give y'all full details on the Senior Bowl, the players that are there, the lists that are there, players to look out for. I'm going to have all that. So don't even worry about that, dog. I'm going to be super on that. So we're going to be good on that. But this is our decompressed day, folks. This is our day to just say, hey, I'm mad about this. I'm mad about that. We suck. You know what I mean? I hate our team. This is our time to decompress. Say everything you want. I said it too. I said everything I felt. This is your time to just really vent. I'm sure you can be on other channels and venting, but you know it's okay to say this stuff. You're not crying. You're not complaining. You're getting this stuff off your chest because you're frustrated, like all our Cowboys fans are. We're frustrated. We're tired of the letdown, and that's what it's about. Dallas fans are tired of being let down. It's like y'all do all this during the regular season and you always have letdown. Y'all got to change this, Dallas. Y'all got to figure this out. Y'all got to figure this out because other teams are still getting above us. Cincinnati, they had top draft picks this year. Name the playoffs and winning still. Joe Burrow and them were like 2 and something. Now the Cincinnati Bengals are in the next round. After being trash last year. You feel me? The Bengals? I live out here. The Bengals. I live out here in Ohio, bruh. The Bengals, bro. But guess what they got? I'm gonna be quiet. They got a Joe Burrow. He's pretty good. So I don't care if they played the Raiders. They won. They hadn't been in the playoffs in how long? When's the last time the Bengals been in the playoffs? And thank you, Samuel Rowe. Bengals line is trash. It's not a good offensive line at all. That's what people were dogging the Cincinnati Bengals about this year. They said, you're going out and getting a Jamar Chase when you need to get an offensive line to protect your franchise quarterback because your offensive line is not good. And guess what happened? With a not good offensive line, look what that quarterback did. It wasn't Mixon that took that team to the playoffs. It was Joe Burrow, their quarterback. 91, 31 years for them to be in the playoffs. And they're already in the second round. And that is not a great offensive line that the Bengals have. But they got a really good quarterback over there. And when you got that quarterback that can make those throws, not hating, that's when you can advance and keep going. Just saying, dog. That's just what I feel. When you got that elite quarterback and you got that team around it, you should be able to compete for a championship every single year. But if you got an average quarterback, you got to make sure, or a good quarterback, you got to make sure everything else is around them. And so hopefully things change. That's all I can say. So I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody was in the feed. I really appreciate everybody was in the feed today, man. I got to get this members meeting popping. I had some things happen with my grandmother and my family last week, so that's why I didn't have it. I'll figure out this week how to schedule it. So we got to get this talking and get this stuff in for this year. And I'm so sorry that I have been delinquent. I'm so sorry. I so apologize to my members. I just got a lot of stuff going on for real. That's my boo. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. And what up, Hector? Hector saw you. I know you got to appreciate me as much as you be hating Dak. But it's all good. I love Dak. I love you. I want you to continue to be better and be that elite quarterback that can take Cowboys to the next level. But Dak Prescott has got to get better. Just my opinion. You got to get better, Dak. The team only goes as far as Dak Prescott. It goes, and Dak's got to get better, in my opinion. This team ain't going to go from here to here without you taking even another step. And that next step of eliteness is make these throws, throw that ball, run if you got to, do whatever you got to do. But you got to take that next elite step. Like there's always got to be another step. I mean, you got to be taking that elite step when you play elite teams, when you play elite defenses. You got to be able to surgically dissect them and do that. That's when everybody's like, the guy's got it. Right now, it's right here. So, we'll see what happens. I love all you guys. Appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys for being here on the feed, man. And let's just tune in for the draft this week. Tune in. Me and my boo ain't got another night together. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we'll be talking to you soon, man. All right. Big Game James. I'm out. Peace.